Hello and greetings for the day. I am Monica Veerpan and today I will be talking about monitoring and auditing of AI decisions. Before moving into the topic, I would like to highlight why this topic and why does it matter. It matters today because in most of the critical decisions and across the industry, we are seeing that AI is taking decisions. Whether it is finance, whether it is healthcare or hiring, like in finance, loans are being approved through AI decisions. Healthcare diagnostic is being performed. For hiring, resumes are being screened. But what are the risks involved here? The risk here involved is the biasness that gets into the AI decisions. Maybe in hiring, someone has put a biasing of the religion, region, or some such. Security flows are there, and regulatory fines can be attracted through it. Like for example, we have some real case studies. For biasness, we have a case study on Amazon's sexiest hiring algorithm. For security flaws, we have Tesla's spoofed stop signals. And for regulatory fines, we have GDPR penalties, which is up to 40% of the revenue that we have. So the key question here becomes for an auditor and for an organization as well is, how do we ensure that AI decisions are fair, secure, and compliant? So before moving further into this topic, let's understand how AI makes its decision. First, through the input of the data, which is the foundation of it. So AI decision starts with the integration of the ingest. For example, you may have some structured data which is in the form of database of or spreadsheet, or you may have unstructured data which is in the form of text, image, or some sensors feed. Then you may have alone it is being approved through AI is analyzing both kind of data. Like for example, they are analyzing our income history, which is a structural data, and they may also look at our social media, which is social media activity, what we do on the social media, which is basically an unstructured data. So what is the key challenge here? The key challenge here is garbage in and garbage out. So basically, if we are putting some garbage here, then the garbage would be out, and the poor data can lead to the flawless or flawed decision. Now comes the second step of it is processing, which is basically pattern recognition, which means that AI models always learn the pattern through supervised learning, unsupervised learning, or reinforcement learning. So for example, Netflix recommendation system, how does it operate? It operates while it correlates with your watch history with similar users, and that's why it keeps asking you whether you like this one or you loved this one, and so and so. On basis of that, and also on the similar user, what the input they are getting in, they will recommend you. Then third steps comes the decision output, which means production or actions. So on that, we have certain learned parameter on which AI produces its classification, prediction, actions. Now here the limitation is that AI does not fully understand the context like human. It's a math, it's not intuition. So for example, in classification, it can see that, okay, this email is spam. Prediction, okay, 92% of people with a similar history says that it could be cancer. Some action could be, okay, if you are seeing something, then you break it. But something somewhere where human are is intuition, where they can go ahead and make the decision or override the system, which AI cannot do. Then the explanatory part, which is why behind the decisions. So here, interpretably method, it demystifies the AI choices. Like for example, you have it highlights the influential features like we have denied your loan because of your low credit history, or there are some counterfactuals available, like for example it shows that how changing inputs can alter the output. Like for example, if the loan was approved when income was so and so or at the higher need, or there is a regulatory need like GDPR has mandated some kind of high stakes decision. Then AI works on the feedback loops, which is on the continuous improvement. So once AI system starts to evolve, and how it evolves is first of all being human in the loop. So like for example, doctors, they can override incorrect AI diagnosed. They can see whether if the symptoms are same, but I don't see that this person is having so and so issue. Automated retraining, like it updates itself with the fresh data. It start to, like for example, it start to detect the fraud models to adapt to the new scams. So constantly if you are feeding the data and you are training or retraining your AI system, then that's how it refreshes its data. So that is why it has a feedback loop. Now, what are the types of AI decisions? So the types of AI decision is rule-based AI decisions, which means that it follows a predefined logic, or the machine learning, which means that it learns from the historical data, or deep learning, which means it processes some of the complex patterns. Like for example, facial recognition systems. Now, what are the key challenges that are being faced here? First is on the biasness propagation. Like for example, if we have seen in Amazon that the hiring tool was downgraded resumes with women's, like for example, women's chess club. Then we had a black box problem where deep learning models, they cannot explain the decisions that are taken intuitively. Then the adversarial attacks, where hackers manipulates the input to fool the AI. Like for example, they are fooling the facial recognition with the glasses on because the retina cannot be read. So that is how the AI decisions are being made, and these are the key challenges. Now, what is the future? Future is that it has to be more human aligned AI. Like it has to be the combination of human oversight as well as it has to be combined with the data driven. It should have a neurosymbolic AI, which merges the logic, like the rules, with the statics which are already there in terms of data and all, to ensure that the reasoning is provided correctly. So in nutshell, if I can say that AI does not make decisions, it calculates the probability, and humans in the loop must ensure that these calculation aligns with ethics and reality. Now comes monitoring of AI system, because our topic includes monitoring and auditing of AI decisions. So we have spoken about the decisions part. Now come to the monitoring of it. Now in the monitoring, we need to have different kind of metrics, like for example, data drift, bias resurgence, or performance drop. Why data drift is important? Because it detects if there is a change in the input pattern. Bias resurgence is basically it flags out if there is any discriminatory outcome that has come up. Now the performance drop, it catches if the accuracy is being degraded, and there are certain tools which are available to do that. Like for example, we had a real world example of Zello's collapse which happened in 2021. The failure here was AI home valuation model. It did not monitor the market shift, which resulted in a $500 million loss and layoff. So what is the lesson learned here is that continuously if we would have monitored the AI system, then it could have triggered the model retraining. So that's how it is. So what are the best practices of it? First, you set the automated alerts for anomalies. Like for example, if it drops by so and so percentage, like there is a threshold you define, then in that, if there is a drop in the precision, then it automatically set to an alarm. Then use the shadow models to test the updates before the deployment. Don't deploy it as is. So these are certain things by which the monitoring of AI can happen. Now, how do we audit the AI decisions? So what is our checklist, audit checklist, as we usually see in the audit world? First, we will check for the fairness. We need to check if there has been a test done for the fairness, meaning from the demographic parity or some other sort of fairness metrics is being provided to the AI tool. Like for example, equal loan approval rates and so and so. So for that we have certain tools as well. Now for the security purpose, if it has simulated the adversarial attacks, for example, fooling the facial recognition, how it can fool. So there has to be some cases that has to be documented where it can simulate the adversarial attacks. Now the compliance, there are certain compliance which are coming up, like for example, privacy and AI they are going hand in hand. So we already have GDPR. We already have EU AI regulation that has come up. So many other countries are taking AI quite seriously. So in that case, we have to verify GDPR, the right of explanation for any kind of automated decisions. Now here, one of the example that I can recall is of Compass algorithm, where there was a higher number of false positive for the black defendants. So here the audit fix was that they replaced it with fairer risk assessment model. So here I could say that audits aren't one time, they have to be iterative. So goes for the AI audit as well. They have to, organization has to keep auditing their AI system so that they can find out the flaws and keep monitoring. Now, what are the future trends that we are seeing in AI and as well as in specifically to AI auditing? So first of all, automated auditing is coming up. Of course, when we are saying that everywhere AI is being applied, then we would have that in AI systems as well. So how AI or auditings are being automated, where are these tools are being used in audit? So even the audit field is growing up. Now the laws are more stricter. We have AI EU Act that has come in 2024, which mandates the annual audit of high risk AI. Then we have certification standard, like you need to have some ethical AI labels by some certified body so that it can build the trust. So now how the future of AI governance looks like. So first is through the automated AI auditing, like by AI tools monitoring AI in the real time. So all the AI tools needs to be monitored in the real time for the bias drift, for the performance dropped, or for the security vulnerability. The benefit is that proactively you would, one organization would get to know about the risk of the AI. So proactively risk management can be done. It is cost effective if the audit is being done before, then after, or later in the life cycle, so that all the deployment and all may go for a waste down the drain. All the money can go down the drain. That is why it's better that we need to have the audit much earlier. Scalability, if we are using AI or automated and all, then and we are having a secure and responsible AI, then we can keep on building over it. So because here over reliance on the automation may play around with the ethical concerns. Now coming to the last thing, which is more on call to action. So for the organization, they need to start monitoring today. Even simple metrics and simple dashboard would help, but all they're critical. First of all, they need to understand which all are my critical AI system, where the decisions are being made, which can have an impact on the organization. For them, they should need to start monitoring those systems as on today. They need to schedule the AI audit within first 3 months of the deployment, or they should have it more repeatedly. And for individual, they need to demand transparency when AI is deciding upon their jobs, loans, or medical care. They should not just take it up saying that, okay, I'm okay with whatever AI is saying. So having an individual transparency is an important part. Now why this matters now, why the monitoring and auditing of AI decisions matters today? Because for organization, the early adopters of auditing would avoid the fines which are being attracted by being non-compliant to the various regulators and being into certain kind where there is an adverse effect to the organization in terms of reputation, compliance, or in terms of any other losses to the organization. For individual, the transparency will prevent the algorithm injustice which might have happened in terms of not getting hired, being diagnostic with the wrong illness, and so and so. Now here I would like to say in the end is trust in AI isn't going to be earned. It is going to be placed by doing the audit, by getting it certified. So that is why that trust needs to be built. And if at all there are any flaws that are being found out in the AI systems through any independent party, then they should be corrected or taken care of. Now here, for any organization or for any individual, the question that I am giving up while closing this video is, what is that biggest AI risk in your industry or to yourself? If just think of that biggest AI risk in your head, do that analysis of it, and next would be, how would you like to audit the AI? With this, I am closing this video. Hope you would have find it a little useful, though it's a new topic in the market and we are also learning it through. So hopefully it will give you some benefit. Thank you.